what happened. The most important thing's got to be the music, and I never doubted that with Mark.
Nothing was going to get in his way in terms of where he was going.
We knew that we were in this weird band, and we were in the best possible way getting away.
He would go out every night at 11 o'clock. He had style and he had sophistication that's unparalleled.
The low rock thing was Mark just made that up. And the next thing you know, there's a little section in the record.
This day, people can sing it at the top of their lungs. Like swimming, it seems like kind of disjointed or disconnected from its sentence. What is like swimming?
Never released on vinyl and absent from streaming services for many years, the Boston band Morphine's final two records, Like Swimming and The Night, were both underappreciated upon release, and their rediscovery was then delayed by their relative absence from the music listening landscape. Now, finally, these records are widely available once again, both online and via two incredible vinyl reissues, and their attention and reevaluation are well deserved. Both, Like Swimming, singer Mark Sandman's confident, joyful ode to nightlife and carving your own path in the world, and the gorgeous, dark, posthumously released The Night represent late singer Sandman's pointed struggle to navigate the music industry, live up to his potential, and refusal to compromise his artistic integrity. I'm Ryan H. Walsh, and you are listening to Liner Notes.
Out on the nightlife, early to bed and early to rise, makes a man or woman miss out on the nightlife.
From Boston, Massachusetts, Morphine was a three-piece rock band that refused to employ the cliches of a rock band. Consisting of bass, saxophone, and drums, that's right, no guitars, Morphine enjoyed a steady, continual rise in popularity and success from 1990 to 1999, when bassist, singer, and songwriter Mark Sandman tragically died on stage in Italy. Their fourth album and major label debut, 1997's Like Swimming, delivered a collection of fan favorites and alluring earworms, only to be met with a lukewarm critical response that accused them of sounding too much like themselves. Mark Sandman attempted to rebuild the entire sound from the ground up on 1999's The Night, and the uniquely talented songwriter would not live to see its release. Morphine remains one of the most unique popular acts to ever emerge from Boston. I invite you to listen along not only to celebrate these two records, but also consider their place in the late 90s alternative music scene, how they resisted trends and thwarted expectations, but also understand the difficulty of achieving artistic success when everyone around you is pressuring you to make something as commercially viable as possible. The pressure was enormous. These two albums' artistic successes are testaments to Morphine's allegiance to their own singular vision. Like Swimming opens with Potion, which is this bombastic, blasting, hit you right in the face opener, that's about literally drinking a love potion. It's kind of funny. Dana's saxophone's incredible. Sounds like a truck barreling at you. One thing that absolutely blew me away that Dana told me was Paul Coldry was great at I'm going to stack like 5 takes of you playing your part, Dana, and it's going to sound incredible. And maybe effects were added, and you hear that on the record. It sounds amazing. But I said, when you played these live, did you try to replicate those effects? And he said no. He would just, and if you heard the band live, that would just blow your mind, because it never sounded weaker than the record. The fact that he just played sort of clean is an astounding fact.
That's for the potion to make me love you. That's for the potion to make me care. Your charms are working on me. Your charms are working hard. Your charms are working on me. Your charms are working hard. Thanks for the potion to make me love you. Make it a double.
And then French Fries with Pepper, also very similar. More lyrics, but not too many. I mean, it's also one of these beautiful repetition songs he was so great at. And this song was always a great sing-along, an unexpected sing-along at their live shows. The audience loved to shout back at him, French fries with pepper. This is sort of Mark finding a way to talk about what a happy ending would look like for him. And it's the simple pleasures. It's, it's sitting on the back porch drinking red wine and having French fries with pepper. It's pretty beautiful and simple. But then this song takes on a tragic nature after he dies, because, he mentions all these dates in this song. On 6/6/66, I was little, I didn't know shit. And he goes through all these dates, and he says, on 9/9/99, I hope I'm sitting on the back porch drinking red wine. And it's just awful he didn't make it to that date, which was just a few years away from when he wrote it. And it's, in fact, he was 69 days shy of it when he died. So this song, one of their most joyous songs, posthumously takes on this kind of tinged with sadness, which is a strange thing to happen to a song.
On 6/6/66, I was little, I didn't know shit. About 7/7/7 11 years later, still don't know any better. About 8/8/88, it's way too late for me to change. About 9/9/9, I hope I'm sitting on the back porch drinking red wine, singing oh, French fries with pepper. Oh, French fries with pepper.
So, like Swimming, I make the case in the liner notes that this is the most joyous Morphine record. So many of the songs are about partying or going out, having fun. 11 o'clock, which is the entire lyrics of the song, are every night about 11 o'clock I go out. And and that was just a true statement. Mark would, work hard all day and night, and then no matter what, he's going to have that nightcap at the Middle East or at Green Street Grill. And so that song, he sings it like a mantra. And that's hilarious, because we usually think of mantras as like some holy, prayer. But his prayer is a declaration of what time he always goes out for his nightcap. Like Swimming ends with Swing It Low, which is a standout in the Morphine catalog in that there's a drum machine and Mark plays every instrument. In fact, he released it as a 7-inch for a project called Like Swimming. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but he loved that side project song so much he put it on the end of the record, and I really think it's a perfect ending for that record.
I got buttons bursting in the air. I got apple orchards everywhere. I got grapes swinging from the vine, swinging in a line, lined up in the sunshine. I'm on time, fresh, fast, a sweetheart. I'll watch your back, I'm all swing. Swing from the shoestrings, right or wrong. To me it's the same thing. You, especially you, especially you, especially you have my loyalties. Swing it low, swing it low, swing it low, low, low. Swing it low, swing it low, swing it low, low, low.
We recorded every jam. We recorded all the time.
Guys at DreamWorks, Warner, all those guys, they wanted the next Beck.
On that song, Like a Mirror, to this day, there are things where we, I don't know who did that.
It's the first time in our career that we had to have someone else's approval. This record was hard as hell to complete. It's fraught with a lot of struggle, but some beautiful music came out of it.
The opener of The Night is the song The Night. I think this is arguably Mark's most beautiful song. He wrote it on the piano he purchased with his record Advance that he proudly had in his loft space. And it stands out immediately. Morphine has found a new gear here. This is a level of kind of beauty and orchestration that they hadn't reached before, in my opinion. The lyrics are just gorgeous and haunting. The Night, the song, is, in my opinion, Sandman's most beautiful composition.
You're the night, Lila, a little girl lost in the woods.
the track So Many Ways. If you're listening to the night and a song strikes you as, wait, how did this song begin? It just sort of, it almost like we walk into a song that's already been going on for a half hour. That's probably the truth, in that they were playing that lick, that feel for 20 minutes before they snipped out this 3 or 4 minutes for what the actual song on the record was going to be.
Is this the way that you like it? Is this what you had in mind when you called above to the angels for the 666th time? Hey, what about this? What about this? Shake it. What do you want and how do you like it? How many times is this a right socket? What do I wear and what do I say? Please tell me again how we get there. Please tell me again how we get there.
Top Floor, Bottom Buzzer is the night's most accessible song, I think. Anyone would agree. It's memorable, it's catchy, it's hooky, and it's got this quirky, content. The idea that what button to push to get into my house would be the premise of a song is unusual. So if the DreamWorks folks were looking for a Beck moment, they probably saw it the most in this song.
Pick Priscilla up, and then we'll stop for Jane. And Mary Ellen needs a ride. We're going by her place.
You don't need to know this stuff, but it's pretty interesting or fun to learn. When Mark sings, we're going to a party, it's across the river somewhere. That's a phrase you hear a lot around here, like, do you want to go to this thing with me? Well, is it on the other side of the river? And, kind of the Charles River divides. Cambridge and Somerville is on one side of the river, and Jamaica Plain and Alston is on the other. And sort of to go to one of those places from the other can be a big deal, especially if maybe you've had a few drinks or a little high. So that's what he's getting at with that line. It always cracks me up.
We're going to a party. Our friends will all be there. I got the direction. It's across the river somewhere. We're in the top floor, bottom buzzer. Top floor, bottom buzzer. Top floor, bottom buzzer. The middle won't work. Ring the one under. Top floor.
Yeah, he really paints a picture, and I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, Mark liked to hold court at his home, which was also his studio, High and Dry. So it's this giant loft. The elevator opens, and you're in his home and recording studio. And he used to have these parties where, he would hold court. He loved to just have people he loved, friends, musicians over. And so Top Floor, Bottom Buzzer really is kind of a nice sketch of that atmosphere that he cultivated. And then the album ends. I mean, it's easy when somebody tragically dies, everything that they wrote or said gets looked at in a new light. But it's really eerie to listen to Take Me With You in light of, Mark not living to see the release of this album. It's such a clear goodbye song to, not only a town, but a bunch of people. And it's yeah, it's kind of, it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, thinking about the implications.
You wanna begin again, pretend you're innocent. If you believe you can convince yourself, I'm sure you can convince yourself. This town never gave you much back, just rumors and a whisper in the dark. This town is not your friend, never mind the loose ends. Take me with you when you go now, don't leave me alone. I can't live without you. Take me with you when you go. And I don't care about the things I leave at home, 'cause these can't really keep you company when you're alone now.
You've just heard the origin story of the final two albums from Boston's Morphine. Long underappreciated, their rediscovery and reappreciation is long overdue, but finally here. It was my honor to put together the liner notes for these releases, and I'd like to extend my gratitude to everyone who spoke to me so openly and candidly about this story. Morphine was always at the service of the audience, and it felt good to return the favor, me, a frequent Morphine audience member, to momentarily be in service of the band and tell their story. These reissues are dedicated to the memories of Billy Conway and Mark Sandman.
Take me with you when you go. Don't leave me alone. I can't live without you. Take me with you when you go.
This is Matt Sullivan from Light in the Attic. Thank you for listening to Liner Notes, and a special thank you to Ryan Walsh for hosting this episode and his efforts in these Morphine reissues. The additional voices you heard in the episode were Morphine saxophonist Dana Coley and drummer Billy Conway, previously recorded by Ryan Walsh in Boston, Massachusetts in 2021. Visit lightintheattic.net to purchase Morphine albums, including Light Swimming and The Night on vinyl. To hear more of the Liner Notes podcast, including recent episodes about Lou Reed and Pacific Breeze, go to litapodcast.simplecast.com. Again, litapodcast.simplecast.com. This has been a co-production of Light in the Attic and Ruinous Media. Thanks for listening.
Take me with you when you go. Don't leave me alone. I can't live without